Do you have a general sense that something good is coming in your life? Or do you have a general sense of something other than that? The reason I bring this up is the topic of a most particular brand of hell that not everybody, but a good deal of humans seem to be subject to, and that's the nature of worrying, worrying about what's going to happen. And like I say, not everybody has that, but it seems to be a peculiar malady of oftentimes very thoughtful, bright people who can use their abstract mind to project into imaginary future scenarios and then imagine worst case unfoldings. How can I say that? Um, some people, it's a humorous term if it weren't so insidious, but it's called catastrophizing. You have a big, beautiful mind and imagination. So what you do is you use your ability to abstract to make mental images of future scenarios, turn those future scenarios into negative unfoldings or problems, and then struggle to try to solve them inside of our head before they even happen. And then even then come up still with worst case scenarios, catastrophizing. Well, I seem to come from a family of catastrophizers. Not everybody does, but it's just this constant sense that not necessarily good is coming, and it leads to a sense of stress or strain that seems to be um, chronic on the one hand. It's all chronic, meaning it's always there like a low grade fever, and sometimes it erupts or explodes into a high grade mental dilemma. And then I was thinking, well, isn't a little bit of worry a good thing? It keeps us on our toes, especially if you were here a couple of days. I'm just going to excise one line from this quote from a couple of days ago. If this great evolutionary biologist is accurate on his worldview and what the nature of reality is, in other words, in a universe of electrons and selfish genes, blind physical forces, and genetic replication, some people are going to get hurt, other people are going to get lucky, and you won't find any rhyme or reason in it, nor any justice. Man, if that's the nature of reality, it seems like any intelligent person would be worried every single second because there's no rhyme, there's no reason, and there's no justice. So I think one of the most fundamental milestones that faces any modern day human being, any soul, so to speak, is the dividing line between those two different worlds. Is that true? There's no rhyme, there's no reason, and the universe is unjust. It's an available point of view, but what would be concurrent with that would be a state of mind of, if you were smart, a sense of worrying all the time. And maybe this is why a lot of bright people worry nowadays, is to some degree that worldview is inculcated inside of all of us, that there's no rhyme or reason. Anything could happen. Some are going to get lucky, some aren't. Really bad things happen to good people, really good things happen to very bad people, and the universe is unjust. Um, to some degree, that got inside of me, that particular mind virus, as I would call it. But for me, I've had to actually practice something called, and that's the topic of today's talk, is impending good. I've had to practice something called impending good. I've moved from a being who is largely into impending doom into a human being that practices and largely feels the sense of impending good that's coming. Now, is that a perfect ratio? It's not. I still get those feelings, but that's when I really got to practice. I have to practice impending good. Great good is coming. Something wonderful is coming. Everything is always working out for me, even in the appearance of something to the contrary. So today's the day to practice impending good. If you find yourself worrying, Ask yourself, are you subject to the sense that the universe is unjust and there's no rhyme or reason? But if there is rhyme or reason and you're walking upright, you're practicing the best that you know, and you believe in a loving, interpenetrating, overarching, underlying great goodness that connects us all at depth, and that's the true nature of being, what is there possibly to worry about? True justice and love is coming our way. All right, no worrying today. I'll see you